Okay, hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite and welcome back to Bravely Default 2. I believe, we are, in the last time I recorded this a couple days ago, I did a bunch of side quests and sort of prepared to face a boss. And I guess I can just talk to this person and unlock this side quest even if I'm not planning on doing it right now. I have to know more. I have to find out what really makes them tick. This is spirit monsters. So I need some soul food. I can just turn this in, like, right now. Okay, cool. I don't actually have to do anything for this. That's different. Sure, you can have my bait or whatever that is. You're giving me bait, I think. That's just, Alright. Wasn't expecting that. Anyway, as I was saying, I believe, when I left off last time, I was getting ready to fight a boss, and I did a bunch of, ability and job management. And I am a level 8 Dragoon, a level 9 Red Mage, a level 10 Pictomancer, a level 9 Bard. Bard and Pictomancer might be somewhat redundant to have on multiple characters. Elvis is, unfortunately, probably going to end up playing a little bit of White Mage again in this upcoming boss fight. Red Mage, Gloria, and Dragoon myself are probably going to be dealing out most of the damage. I do not remember what character I'm probably going to be fighting. For some reason, I'm thinking like that one bishop person who may or may not be like astrologer themed. Maybe what's coming up, but we'll see. Anyway, the equipment. Do I need to sort equipment? You probably are fine because I've had this for a long time now. Gaia Rod on the Red Mage, Oak Staff on Elvis, which is honestly mostly there for Black Mage because I don't think the weapon that the Pictomancer is carrying really makes much of a difference because the Pictomancer doesn't have a ton of offensive moves, and again, another staff for the performer. Alright, well, that's what I'm going in with. If I died, I just obviously loaded a save a couple minutes ago, so it's not the hugest of deals if I have to stop and do this fight over again. Unlike that other time, which I forgot to save in front of a boss fight, and I said if I die here, I'm gonna have to spend 20 minutes running back to where I was. Alright, there is nobody up here. Okay, there's a giant, like, cake statue thing, which is just sitting here abandoned. And, I guess we're headed to the basement of the church or whatever this is. Oh no, this is gonna be a dungeon. Alright, greetings. Gloria and Adele are now level 37. My entire team, except for Elvis, who's only a couple points away from that. 20 experience points away from level 37. Alright. I am realizing right now that I don't have anybody who is the, there was a party chat apparently. I do not have anybody who is a freelancer, and I am using magnifying glasses to scan things. I hope that's not going to be a problem. I hope there's less than about probably 7 or so new enemies in this dungeon, because, I'll finish that thought in a minute. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Alright, what for? What do you mean, what for? For not telling you I'm a fairy, of course. Oh, that! I'd almost forgotten. Haha. I'll be honest, so have I. I haven't played this game in like 4 days. You expect me to remember something for that long? Stop it! Look, I just need you to know that I wasn't trying to trick you or anything. Seriously, I'm not bothered in the slightest, and I doubt anyone else is either. Stop getting so head up about it. I think I get why you're upset, Adele, and I understand why you didn't say anything. You were scared, weren't you? Huh? You didn't know how a load of humans would react when they found out one of their friends was a fairy, did you? So that's it? Well, it's easy for me to say, I know, but you needn't have worried. I, for one, am certainly not going to be treating you any differently just because you're a wee pair of wings. It really is easy for you to say, though. Poor Adele must have been bricking it. He's right, I was. I was just too scared of what might happen. But thanks, I feel a little better having talked about it with both of you. Maybe you're not so bad. Too right, we're not, so no more worrying, alright? Okay. So, just knowing a little bit of the backstory of the Bravely games and how the plot of the first 2 Bravely games worked, and how we interacted with fairies in those 2 games, I wonder if this is just going to be a 100% different, like, universe with different rules for fairies and different backstories for fairies, and, like, whatever, and we're not going to be dealing with the, oh god, what was her name? Airy. It was a dumb pun. Or anything like that. Or if that's going to play into it as well, with Adele having to confront that at some point. Elvis is now level 37. I do want to not have to switch anybody to the freelancer in order to scan enemies. I mean, I totally could just go back to town, cut away, and then I'll be back with another 20 or so magnifying glasses before you'd even know, but I'm lazy. I'd rather not have to do that. I doubt there's going to be more than about 6 or 7 new enemy types in here. Although, with that said, I've already used 4 magnifying glasses. Make that 5. God, and I am fully expecting the boss fight that's inevitably going to be coming up at the end of this dungeon to have at least two new monster types that I have to scan. I don't think there's any more Inquisitor people besides the one left that I have to beat up, but oftentimes bosses do have things like minions and monster types. It's probably time that I stop trying to use Adele like a black mage. Bosses usually have like a friend of some sort or another to go along with them. I really, really do need to stop using Adele as a black mage, as you can see. I almost feel like just to remove the temptation of doing that to myself, because her black mage spells aren't doing a ton of damage right now anyway. Even to the things that are weak to electric in here. Let me jobs Bard. What would complement the Bard? What has she mastered? What would I want to use? Martial arts? Should I have a punchy Bard? Would that help? I can use capture on the Beastmaster. I could level you up to level 2 on the Beastmaster just so I can use off the leash. And so that I can, like, unleash wild animals on my enemies' faces as more than one character. I have been occasionally doing that as Gloria. What else does she have? Okay, so her black and white mage are really what she's mastered, and also the monk. Unleashing wild animals sounds fun. Let's do that. Alright, you are gonna just probably be in there for 1 battle, maybe 2 battles, just long enough to get you to level 2 on the Beastmaster. And then it'll be back to Bard. Because I do want to actually get good at using Bard. I've noticed the difference between the Pictomancer and the Bard as a bit of a refresher on my memory, and I'm... Alright, the quest marker is pointing down there. The Bard buffs your friends, the Pictomancer mostly nerfs your enemies. Nerfs your allies. I hope not. Alright, yeah, that takes exactly 1 fight. Adele is now a level 2 Beastmaster. I'll put that on her sub job now. And she will be able to unleash the fury of the dozen or so polar bears that I caught out in the wilderness. On everything that everything that I take on. So you are going to go back to Bard on your main. You're going to go to Beastmaster on the standby job. And I am going to walk through this door and beat up some more birds, apparently. Lots of birds in here. I wouldn't have expected to find birds in a dungeon like this, but... Wow. This is messy. I really should probably not be... Is there really nothing down here? Oh, okay. It's one of those hidden wall things, or at least barely visible wall things. You can sort of see there's a hole in the wall there. Greetings. That's something new. Am I gonna want to slow this battle down and talk about it? No, I don't think this is any special encounter, but... Alright. I have caught myself 3 out of those 4 Abaddon, which I vaguely remember from previous games, previous Bravely games as, like, fairly decent demon thingies. Do I need healing? Not really. I need MP on Gloria, though. She has been using a lot of Mercy Strikes and Mercy Smashes, which have an MP cost. They're a demon type. I'm gonna guess that as a summon that they'd, like, take a big ol' swipe with their clawed hands and do a lot of damage. I feel like this is a Mimic. Why are my Mimic senses so surprisingly accurate? Like, there's not really a reason that this should be a Mimic over here, but one, it's been a little while since I found a Mimic, and I feel like the game designers would not let me get too complacent with these things. And 2, it's sort of prominently sitting here at the end of a hall. And that, in video games, often means like, oh, look over here, there's something I want to draw your attention to. It's probably actually going to try and eat your face. It's one of those weird, like, language of games things that we've acquired through the decades of making and playing video games. And, I don't know, when you think about it, it doesn't make much sense at all, but... Okay, so we're gonna be playing... I've got to keep my eye out for those, too. I thought that looked like a crack. Which, again, the language of video games, if you see a crack in the wall, attack it. Because it usually means that there's something hidden behind it. There aren't anything else like that here, right? No, there's not really anywhere... There's not really much space for a hidden anything over here. Like, there's nothing in the actual rules of the game. There's no NPC that told me that if I see a crack in the wall to swing my sword at it, but... Once a player has played a certain number of, like, the Legend of Zelda games or whatever, you sort of just assume that. And, on the one hand, that's cool that like, video game language has gotten that far, but on the other hand, someone who is newer to games and has not played as, or I should say, has not played as many of those types of Legends of Zeldas and whatever, may not pick up on that, and they may miss out on some cool equipment. Now, Elvis is level 11 Pictomancer, and I found a lot more use so far for the Pictomancer in boss fights than I have in regular enemy fights. I've been actually using Adele as the bard to buff my own friends, so that I can do more magic attack, physical attack and stuff to the enemies, particularly with a Dragoon, because those can be quite good in certain situations. But I think I'm going to switch Elvis out of the Pictomancer to something else that I want to level for now, and when we get to a boss fight, I will put him back on that. So, he can play with something else. I've said I want to do things with the Shield Master. Let's do things with the Shield Master. He's still going to have White Mage as his sub-job because I want to be able to use Curaga and fire off a bunch of Curagas whenever I need. But, for now, he's going to be the Shield Master. So, I'm going to just throw the recommended equipment on you. You want the bow? And not, like, dual shields? Oh, is dual shields something that I can only use later? I think I can only use... You can carry 71 carry weight. It's like twice the rest of my party. It's not twice the rest of my party. It's considerably more than the rest of my party. I'm gonna give you just the heaviest shield possible on the assumption that a heaviest shield means it's dense, and a dense shield is gonna be hard to penetrate and therefore have higher defense. Alright. Yeah, increases my my chances of being targeted by quite a lot, heavy, because it's a heavy piece of equipment. Alright, I think in a couple levels I will gain an ability to equip dual shields. Also, it is a water and fire resistance, and I have been the target of a bunch of fire attacks in this dungeon. So, that's probably pretty good. Full face helm. Can I just also equip the heaviest armor I can find? No, it doesn't, not really. Okay. Protector. I'm already wearing, like, the heaviest armor I can find. Actually, I'm not. That's got a feather icon next to it, but apparently it's the best for me right now. Alright. I still have 365 magic points, mana points, so I will be able to still use him as the white mage, hilariously, but maybe not as effectively, because I'm no longer carrying a staff. Anyway. Oh man, I just love how the Shield Master looks when he's defaulting. And also taking 0 damage from fire. That is something that I like to see. I realize, and I sort of ran away with myself before I looked at this, but I realized that I can actually equip a staff if I wanted to. I have plenty of carry weight. Carry weight is not a concern right now. What gives me the most restorative power? Staff of Life. Yeah, the Staff of Life. Okay, that makes sense. That sounds like a rather white magey thing to carry around. So, until he's able to equip dual shield, which I want to say is in a couple job levels, I'll look at his job abilities after another level or so. I will look at his job ability things soon enough and see what new moves he learns and see what new abilities he learns that I can equip. Because I haven't really checked anybody else's jobs or abilities or anything like that in a while. Alright, you know what, just because I probably should actually see what the things that I've been summoning actually do, let me bring in, if I can actually find what the things are called. Because this list is getting very long and it doesn't seem to be in an order. Azazel. Alright, that's Meteorite. That's the bird, and the Abaddon is the demon, which is of dark type. Abaddon is going to... Oh no, that was something else. That's a meteor, alright, and I killed it in one, so I didn't get to see what the other thing did. Okay. Well, my entire party is now level 38. Elvis gained not only a regular level, but also another Shield Master level. Once he gets to 5. No, once he gets to 6. Or right before the boss, whatever comes first. I'll check to see what his, Can I read this? I'll check to see what abilities he has, because interesting things usually seem to tend to happen at about level 6 or so. By the way, I'm loving the preemptive jump move that the Valkyrie has. All right, so let me try this again. Abaddon. I know I've cut those. This is the demon thing. That is a very powerful strike on all enemies on the field. Okay, good to know. I'm sure it'll be even stronger if I use the level 12 Beastmaster summon move instead of the regular one. And what is the? I thought it was Azazel. What's the bird? Is it a Ganaga? I have 16 of them. I have definitely caught a lot of them. It's a wind type damage, and okay, wow, that's actually even better than the demon type, unless you resist dark or something. But that was a lot. Good job. I'm gonna catch all the birds I can find. All right, I might as well not cut away the rest of this battle because there's so little of it left. But okay. Lots of fun. I feel like I should be able to read this thing, whatever this directory board you are here in the mall sort of thing, but nothing's happening when I hit A. Instead, oh cool, you're running away from me now. I guess level 38 is the magic level for this dungeon. There are 4 treasure chests left. Mimic? Nope, just Remedy. So my Mimic senses aren't 100% accurate, but they're accurate enough to catch my attention. They're probably still more accurate than just guessing randomly. Alright, yeah, if you're gonna run away, I'm probably not going to. There's gotta be a hidden wall or something. Is there a crack in the wall that I missed? I'm not seeing a crack in the wall, but I do see the silhouette. And the fact that there's a silhouette means that somewhere... Maybe if I were to just run along the wall, or maybe if I were to run down this way or something. Somewhere there is a hidden wall. Maybe it's further on. I see there is more to the downstairs, which I cannot get to right now. At least I don't think. Alright, mysteries, there are some mysteries to be solved. The guards are being... Honestly, the guards are not very good at their jobs if they're just, like, completely running away from me on sight. Boy. Have I been up there yet? Not sure. Anyway, we can go down here. And yes, I know I should look at the passive abilities soon. I just want to... Early on, I don't like looking at passives because, like, you gain job level so fast that you're going to be... Here we go. You gain job level so fast that you're going to be going into the menu to look at your new skills after every single fight, and I don't want to do that. This might be a little bit reading between the lines too much, but I find it amusing that in some of the fights containing those Abaddon demon things, there's also just regular soldiers fighting alongside them, which sort of carries the implication that, and I don't know if this was intentionally done by the game designers or not, but it sort of carries the implication that like the holy people around here are consorting with demons or whatever, which I find mildly amusing. Is there more up here? I'm going up and down a lot of stairs. Let me just go see if there was a hidden wall or something like that. I have only seen the one singular cracked wall, which I drew attention to earlier. I have not seen any other cracked walls other than that. I don't think there's going to be any cracked walls like on the sides over here because that's going to be... I just realized that Gwillet is like hopping around behind me. That's amazing. I love this part of the game even more than I already do. I'm not expecting to find any cracked walls like on the side here because that will be rather difficult to see. And I don't think the level designers are that evil. Alright. How did I not notice that before? How did I not notice Gwillem hopping around behind me before? Are you sure? This one. Can we at least keep this one in our party once we're done with this section of the game? Please? That would make me a very happy Dragonite indeed. Alright, well, you're probably gonna run away. Yeah. Anything hidden? No cracked walls. It's weird. I am sort of expecting to see more cracked walls than I am. Now that I've found the first one. I don't know if there's been any in previous dungeons that I just have not noticed. There are still 2 treasure chests remaining up here. Hello. Alright. If those things run away from me, I mean, I kind of want to fight them even if they don't give me too much experience and if they were to run away from me because they do... Yeah, they are good for catching. Buddy, can I get a double here? I cannot get a double here. The radius for double battles isn't very large. Alright, anyway. I am level 5 on the Shield Master. I'll look at his things because it's bothering me. I want to know what cool things he's learned. I have Soul Jump. This is a stronger version of the regular jump ability, which costs 3 more BP, but it hits all targets, which is I think is a nice decent trade-off. Red Magic Stonega is the 3rd tier rock type move, which is fine. I've used it a couple times on things that are weak to rock when I'm not trying to catch demons or birds or whatever, and it does some decent damage. It does 1,000+ damage easily. Shieldcraft. Blinding Flash, attempt to blind all targets, and Crushed Ice, perform a physical attack that's extremely effective on frozen targets. Alright, I don't think I have any moves that that really make it easy for me to freeze targets, but if I ever gain one. Dual Shield, so I can equip Dual Shields now, doing so increases aim by 100%. Defaulting does not increase BP, but it does nullify all status ailments except Slow, Stop, and Doom. That's very situational. I don't know if I want that. Since I like playing with BP, I like braving and defaulting and doing whatever the title of the game tells me to do. I don't know if I like that very much. The Pictomancer Sub-Job BP Saver. The BP cost of using sub-job abilities is reduced by 1. Alright, I have mentioned that being not bad at all. Particularly for probably things like the level slash of the Berserker, or the jump of the Valkyrie, or Dragoon, or anything like that. I will not equip that now. I will, instead of MP Saver, because I'm not doing much with magic attacks. Actually, I am healing. But what do these do? Raw Power, Physical Attack. I don't really care too much about Physical Attack right now. Alright, this is not applicable, like, at all, because I don't have a spear with me. In fact, I will not be having a weapon at all. So let's put on Dual Shields. And did Adele learn anything new? It's worth checking. Yeah, that we understand pretty well. All killer, no filter, increase multiple targets critical chance, which is... I could see uses for that. Critical hits are a decent damage bonus, and another 15% odds of inflicting them is probably would work out in my favor. 1, let's heal. And 2, while I am looking at Elvis's shields, Giant Shield... Wind and lightning resist. So this is going to cover, if I have the Typhoon Shield, this is going to cover fire, ice, wind, and lightning. So that's the main 3 elements. I'm not going to fight any Black Mages soon. I want to fight Black Mages soon. With the main 3 elements and also wind. Okay. Like if I fight any magic user at all that isn't stone, light, or dark, then Elvis is going to be basically impenetrable. What's my physical defense on Elvis right now? Physical defense is 338. That is twice as high as the rest of my team. So he's, from the magic side, he's got resistance to a lot of elements, and from the physical side, he's just got colossally, insanely high defense. Alright, well, let's... There's a part of me that feels like I should try and just catch as many of these demon things as I can, because... Honestly, summoning foes is probably what's going to be doing a lot of the damage in the upcoming boss fight. Like the Dragoon can do decent damage buffed, but it's not the best attacking class. It's not the Vanguard. It's not the Berserker or anything like that. The Red Mage can do decent damage buffed, but it's not like the Black Mage or the Monk or anything like that. I have a feeling I will be doing a non-trivial amount of damage in the upcoming boss fight using monster summons, so let's, can I use bait? Do I have demon bait? Can I actually make use of this? And it's not like, I'm not even doing this for level grinding purposes, I'm just doing this so that I can build my army. And, let's see, Goulash, Undead, Demons. Alright, let's use the Devil's Delight. Let's have some fun with that. Is that gonna even work if you're all running away from me? Okay, so I think that's quite enough for that. That was a couple of consecutive battles. That was actually more than I planned for. I've caught a lot of demons. Level 39 on me, level 38 on everyone else. Level 10 Dragoon, 11 Red Mage, 6 Shield Master. So we did end up getting to the magic level 6, and level 11 Bard. Alright, so I did see a save station. Not too far away. I'd kind of like to... yeah... Okay, so just in case anyone's keeping score, I have 21 Abaddon and 19 Kagana, and I totally don't need any more, but I'm totally gonna catch more just because I can. This is getting to be a bit much. I'm going to, like, wait for this to wear off. Is this gonna wear off in, like, 5 minutes or so, or is there a time limit or something? One, there's a teleporter back to the beginning. The effects of singing abilities last a turn longer. I'm suddenly feeling like that's probably gonna actually be rather valuable as a move to have. I am going to go get into one more fight, just mostly so that I can slow the battle speed down for cosmetic purposes, so that I'm not going into a boss fight with the battle speed at like 4 times. And, also because I am somewhat morbidly curious as to how big my army is right now. And, let's see. If I get to level 11 on the Dragoon going into the boss fight, that'll be a pretty good position to have. After that, I will switch Elvis back to the Pictomancer. Alright. Let's see, real quick. Any treasure chests? We just went in a big old circle. Any hidden walls? I feel like there's probably a hidden wall, like, fine. 4 consecutive battles in that one. 1.6 JP multiplier. Does that only apply to job points and not regular experience? Anyway, level almost 7 Shield Master. I better get back to the I better get back to the main plot, so that like I don't completely max out Red Mage and Bard before the boss fight. Anyway, level 39 across the board. That's fun. I should probably like I've been recording this for an hour and a half now, and I've done nothing but this dungeon, mostly because I've wasted a ton of time trying to catch these things. Can we? Alright, that is quite enough of that. I am going to take this opportunity to use a tent and fully restore myself. What menu is that? I need, yeah, let's fully restore myself. I should have plenty of tents. There was, not too long ago, I went and bought a bunch of them at a store. And I should probably also save my game. Do I need to do anything else? Let me cut away to changing Elvis, and his equipment back to the Pictomancer real fast. Alright, so I'm going to leave the Ice Fire and the Typhoon Shields on Elvis rather than having a staff or something. He should be able to still heal people like that. He should... Shut up, phone. He should still be able to use his White Mage skills like this, and this will make him, like, nigh invincible. If this upcoming fight is who I think it is, I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of holy attacks rather than... You know what? Do I have any holy resistant shields? I'm 90% sure that I don't. Yeah, I don't have any holy resistance shields, but maybe light talisman. That's 1 resistance to light, so that's better than nothing. Anyway, Elvis is going to continue being him, and he's going to. Can I not view your stats, attributes? I can't scroll into the attributes menu from there. Interesting. He's still going to have 234 physical defense, which should allow him to stand up to pretty much anything, really, rather easily. Alright, his magic defense is not something to sneeze at either. Let's go! And... there's a party chat. Okay, we're not quite at the boss fight yet. I'd like to go there, though. In the Hall of High Holies. The Hall of High Holies really is a marvel. The faith of the people of Rheimdall can work wonders when put to good use. That it can. They built it right where the first one of my ancestors came down from on high, you know. And from that moment on, they worship the dragons. Yep, this place is kind of a monument to the first time our two kinds met. I once read that the mere sight of it was enough to take one's breath away, and it's true. It's as if the building itself has been built from the devotion of the people who worship here. Yeah, shame it reeks of death like nobody's business. I should feel all calm and serene coming in here, but instead I just feel antsy. Yeah, the quiet here is no longer the stillness of worship. It is the silence of mourning, rather, whether the Archbishop realizes it or not. Well, there's such a thing as a faith being too blind, as he's more than proving. If Dad's voice isn't even getting through to him, things must be really bad. Well, while we may sympathize, we cannot allow the situation to continue. We must put an end to all this once and for all. That we must. Dad's counting on you. And so am I.